great call lined up. I want to thank all you guys for getting on here. Want to improve yourself, improve your business. We're in the second month of a brand new year. Oh my goodness, and today's the third. This young man, who's our guest speaker, I sent the text out this morning to everybody. What's up? WhatsApp? Fake? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, this young man got started when he was 20 years old. He used to work at Applebee's. Today, he's a platinum regional vice president. Got started in the business October. He was 20 years old. His October 27th marked his 7th year anniversary with ACN. And I've been following his illustrious career since he got started in the business. We got more people trying to join in. So whoever's got the line, take it over. And he has a 3-year-old. And when he got started, he took off like a rocket ship and learned all the bad things and things that he needed to change, or his group needed to change. And he took off, rebuilt his group from scratch, and just moved recently to Houston, Texas, where his son, who's just 3 years old in November, he's spending more quality time with him. And his goal is to be the youngest SVP. That's right, I'll say it again. His goal is to be the youngest SVP in ACN. And he says 90% of everything we do is mindset, and the other 10% is basically physical. Without further ado, he hails from Houston, Texas today. He was going back and forth from Baltimore, the inner cities, where he said had no business being in business, to where he's at today in Houston, Texas. His birthday's coming up next month in March, as mine is as well. Without further ado, the great, the one and only Regional Vice President Platinum, the great Mr. Shakeel Cooper.
Thank you, thank you. It's always great to hear you speak a lot of great things about me into existence. And I'm blessed and honored to be back. I miss you guys. I know, we do this every other month, but I always look forward to it. I'm really excited. I'm really fired up. I actually just came back from, I'm expanding my business in Miami now. So I'll be in Miami, Baltimore, and Houston. So I'll be living in Miami also while living in Houston, building my business now. So what I love about the business is that, I said to myself, everything starts with mindset, and today it's all about mindset because we didn't get a chance to talk since, the New Year's. So I wanted to start off this week just talking about mindset, because if your mindset is not right, nothing that I'm going to talk about really going to matter. And if your mindset is not right, you will never truly be successful because everything starts up top. But really quickly, for the people that might not know who I am, quick story about myself, like Mr. Thomas did say. I'm 27 years old. I'll be 28 in a couple weeks. Just thinking about it, I remember getting started in ACN. I was just 20 years old. So, this year we're making my 8th year in the business. And what I can tell you is that everything that they said really makes sense. I always remember reading a book, GoPro, and he said, it take about 10,000 hours to be a professional. And he said, if you really work hard for about 7 years, after that 7th year, your business changed forever. Well, let me tell you, listen, my 7th year was in October, and I can tell you that since I hit the 7-year mark, my business has been out of control. I'll give you a quick recap of what happens when you really build a business based off a system, how I let my organization do their own thing. When I tell you do their own thing, they have their own teams, their own trainings, their own meetings. They do their own thing. But I can tell you is that last month, again, they put in about 1,000 customer points. I had a young guy. He just turned 20 years old, and he put in almost 60 business partners in about 3 to 4 weeks. Listen, a college dropout, and it's all because using social media. Getting out there, networking with people. I have a lady that got involved. She just retired. She haven't even been involved in the business for a year. She's about to be regional director. I met her one time in my organization. So you start to go from knowing everyone in your team, controlling everything, till you get to a point where you don't even know your team. Who want to get to a point where you don't even know your team? The only time you meet them is on a call or in person, but they're still having success and doing all of the things that they would have already done if you was working with them. See, that's what this business is about. I tell people all the time, listen, working hard is great, but working smarter is better. But you can't work smart without working hard first. See, at first I had to put in the grind out every single day. I was the hardest working person in my organization. Now I have my leader that's working harder than me because guess what? They see what can really happen if you really build a business based off a system. They're not just going after the titles anymore. They are going after the time freedom to do what you want to do, because what business will allow you to say, listen, if you want to move to California tomorrow and say, I want to build my business in California, guess what? You can build your business in California tomorrow. There's nobody stopping you from doing what you need to do. But I'll tell you why everything's starting in your mindset, because for months now, I was saying to myself, man, I need to get to Miami. I need to get to Miami. Not just a party, but I need to get around the people that got the money, that got the information, that got the knowledge, and I put it out in the universe. I read it down, and guess what happened now? Now I'm building and expanding my business in Miami. I'll be in Miami again for a week. I'm not here to have fun, but guess what? I'm going to have fun and make money together. Why would you not want to be in a position where you can travel the world and still be able to make money? I mean, it's ridiculous. Last month, my team put in almost 100 brand new business partners by themselves. I had nothing to do with it. And I'm not telling you this to brag. I'm just telling you what happens when you have a system. It's not about me. Every time I talk to you guys, I'm telling you guys, it's not about me. I created a system that was already implemented years ago, but I implemented it in my organization and I became the system. So in order to implement a system in your organization, you first have to become the system. You first have to do everything that you want everybody to do. So everything my organization is doing today, I'm not surprised because I already did it. So everything first start with you. So as you guys know, I like to play a video before to prep you guys' mind, because guess what? It's 2021 and I'm going to let it all out. I'm going to let you guys know the real. And is that okay with you, Mr. Thomas, if I just let it be real with everyone on the call today? Thank you. Thank you. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen. So as you guys see, the mindset for 2021 is all about mindset, all about your mindset. Listen, if your mind is not right, everything else will not be in place. So what I'm going to do real quick is play a video, and I just want you to really just soak up the information. Just block out everything that you have going on in your life right now for a few minutes. Just block out and take notes, because when I watch these videos, it motivates me, it get me re-going. And the reason why, because guess what? If you're not re-excited every single day that you wake up, you're just going to be stuck doing the same old thing. So you got to do something different in order to get something different. So I would advise everyone on this call, when you wake up in the morning, just go to YouTube and type in a motivational video. Even if it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just play something positive so that you can get your day off to a rocket fast start. So that's what we're going to do right now.
The most obsolete idea is go to school, get a job, work hard, save money, get out of debt, and invest for the long term in the stock market. See, why would you save money when they're printing trillions of dollars? The gap between the 1% and 99% is massive. You see, it's not just money. You have to step back and look at the bigger picture.
So what do you do?
In every one of us is a poor person. There's still a poor person inside me. There's also a middle class person. And the middle class person wants security. They want that steady paycheck. And there's a rich person. And they're all inside of us, except that it's not taught. You're taught to go to school, get a job, and get a paycheck. You're not taught to how to get rich. If you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, my rich dad refused to pay me. He said the paycheck was one of the most damaging things you could take in your life. He says, the moment you take a paycheck, you're an employee, and that's the mindset. So my rich dad never paid me. It drove my poor dad, government employee, nuts. You gotta pay people, you gotta pay people. And rich dad was not saying that the paycheck was bad. He says he didn't want to be a slave to money. So as an entrepreneur, if rich dad folded, I just started another company. I don't need a paycheck. I don't need anybody to take care of me. If my government doesn't like me, I move to another country because they need entrepreneurs there. Mm-hmm. So the entrepreneur is not so much the business. The entrepreneur is really the mindset and the skill sets and the different set of rules. You see, I don't operate, small business does not operate in the same rules as big business. Entrepreneur is a mindset first, a skill set, and rules. And depending upon whether you're an employee or a small business, the roles are different. The mindsets are different. The skill sets are different.
You could say one thing to somebody who's never been an entrepreneur and they're thinking about making the leap of faith into becoming an entrepreneur. What could you tell them?
Well, I'll just tell them the same thing that happened to me. You know, my last paycheck, I still remember it clearly. It was one of the worst and the best days of my life. And I was in Puerto Rico. I was working for Xerox, and my boss gave me my last, it wasn't a paycheck, it was a bonus check. I think it was about $30,000 taxable. It's the only problem with that. So I got this check and I went, holy mackerel. You know what I mean? So I was excited, but I was also disturbed. And so this other guy comes up to me, his name was John. And John says to me, he says, you're going to be back. I said, why? He says, because you're going to fail. I looked at him and said, look, few expletive words, because that's what he did. He left Xerox, failed, and he came back. And I said, look, you failed and you came back, but I'm going to fail and I'm never coming back. And that's the attitude. Do you know what I mean? If you say, well, if I fail, I'll go back to mommy and daddy, then that's what you'll do. So if you fail, that's when I became an entrepreneur, because I had no money. I had no money for years. You know, I didn't have a paycheck. But that's what my rich dad encouraged me to do. He says, when you don't have this paycheck, you get hungrier, smarter, and it's a test of your character. Will you become a crook? Will you become dishonest? Will you cheat and steal? Or will you become a better human being? So really, that's the benefit of becoming an entrepreneur. You really find out who you are when you don't have anything. So you always have to look at the big picture. Too many people look at, well, what's going to happen to me? When you look at the big picture, you're also going to know that when something bad happens, something good's going to happen. But you got to prepare for whatever is coming. If you think next 20 years will be like the last 20 years, you're going to get creamed. You know, when you and I go to the supermarket and we buy a carton of milk, we always check for the expiration date. But most people do not check for the expiration date on their brains. Instead of get out of debt, I get into debt. You know, I just refinanced $300 million in debt. I went from 5% to 2.5% interest. I made a fortune. Every month, more money comes in because my cost of money has gone down. So while some financial experts are saying get out of debt, I'm saying learn how to use debt. See, when I came back from in Vietnam in January 73, the first thing my rich dad said to me was go to school to learn how to invest in real estate. It wasn't real estate, it was how to use debt and taxes. Debt and taxes make the rich richer. Debt and taxes make the poor and middle class poorer. So all the rich guys who are doctors and lawyers or, you know, those guys, they're getting creamed. They don't know why.
Doctors are getting creamed.
Oh yeah, they may get more money, but the take home is less.
Sure.
You know, my doctor just yelled at me. He's happy. He says, oh, guess what? I finally made $1 million. And I said, yeah, because this was 3 weeks ago. And so I said, yeah, well, how much you pay in tax? He says, $750,000 in taxes. So his net was about $400,000. That's not bad. But when I make $1 million, I keep $1 million. And the reason is because I don't make it by working for money. See, if you work for money, you're taxed. So that's why lesson number 1 in Rich Dad Poor Dad is the rich don't work for money. What we do instead is we create businesses as entrepreneurs. We acquire real estate. I don't want to invest in the stock market. Okay? So the reason is because as entrepreneurs, I have more control over my income, how much I make, and how much I pay in taxes. And because I'm an entrepreneur as well as an investor in real estate, I pay 0 tax. So every time I make, let's say, $1 million as an entrepreneur, I immediately invested in real estate. I have a 4-to-1 step up. So I put $1 million in real estate. I get $4 million from the bank. That's why I love banks. But the banks are screwing everybody else. You know, terrible. But it's good for me.
That's why you said when you print, it's good for you, but when you print, it's bad for people that work for money.
Because when you print, savers get creamed and people who work for money get creamed. When they print, debtors get rich. You see, debt and taxes make the rich richer, and debt and taxes make the poor middle class poorer. When we have obsolete ideas, we get obsolete results. So what's happening for most people, the idea of going to school, getting a job, working hard, saving money, getting out of debt, buying your house because it's an asset, investing for a long term, is obsolete. The world has changed. The world changed in 1971 when President Nixon took us off the gold standard and money became debt.
What if we get rid of school? Then what would happen? Would it be better if we had no educational system at all?
No, I'm saying education is more important before. It's just obsolete. You know, there's Moore's law which states information doubles every 18 months. In other words, everything's obsolete 18 months. So, and this is just a recent phenomenon. So when you come out of school, you're already obsolete. And that's why I'm the old guy, you know. I meet my friends who went to Harvard. Yeah, I went to Harvard. I said, yeah, that was how long, 50 years ago? Today, the banks are charging you interest to save money. In other words, banks don't want your money because they printed too much of it. And that's why there's this bubbles in stocks and bubbles in real estate and all this. People are dumping the cash. Because as I said in here, savers are losers and cash is trash. And yet people, well, I want a high-paying job. Well, that's an obsolete idea. Get out of debt is an obsolete idea. You should learn how to get into debt, how to use debt to get rich. And they'll never teach you about taxes. The reason the 1% is way up here and the 99% are going this way is because when you print money, two things happen: inflation and taxes. It's going to crush you. And any entrepreneur thinks, I'm just going to make money, I'm going to start a business and make a lot of money because of what we talk about. They really have got to smell the roses, man. You know, that's not what the real entrepreneurs are doing. Most entrepreneurs, there's 28 million small business owners in America. 24 million are one-person entrepreneurs. They're called non-employee entrepreneurs. So and that's what happens is when people don't really understand what an entrepreneur does. So most big people are self-employed, but they're not really entrepreneurs. The self-employed pay the highest taxes of all, and nobody tells them that. Yeah, it's also called the entrepreneurial spirit. But what we're actually talking about was there's no such thing as a bad economy. You and I don't have an external economy. We also have an internal economy. And willpower is to change our internal economy. So for me, I can see the good and I can see the bad. I don't really give a damn because I'm going to be rich anyway. But a poor person with a poor personal economy, all they're going to see is a bad economy because they don't know how to make money in any economy. And a middle class person, they have a middle class economy. You know, what they want is a nice house, a steady paycheck, and the job and the car. And so when you take their job away, to them, that's disaster.
And I want to end it right there. When you take most people's jobs away, there's a disaster, right? So as you guys seen in the video, I want to go straight into the information because I'm fired up. I'm excited. And the reason why, because listening to everything that he said in that video, it honestly made a lot of sense to me. But I always studied people like Mr. Robert Kiyosaki before I even turned 20 years old. So most people, they wait until it's too late to start to learn information that could have changed their life years ago. One of the things I always studied at a young age was wealthy people like Warren Buffett. And I always looked at people like him and said, this guy's one of the richest people in the world. He doesn't wear designer brands. He wears the same couple suits. He drives a Cadillac. He lives in the same modest house, but he owns almost every single company in the world. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, I think that stock for the company is like $300,000 per stock. So when you study these wealthy people, you understand that wealth is not just about money. There's 4 different types of wealth, right? Number one, financial wealth, money, right? There's people that have a lot of money. Then there's also people that have social wealth, status. They have the look like they're making a lot of money. Then there's some people that have time wealth, which is the real wealth, which is your freedom. And then also number 4, physical wealth, which is your health. But I tell people all of this all the time, right? Be wary of jobs that lure you in with number 1, which is financial wealth, and number 2, which is that social status, those titles, but they rob you of your time and your health. See, so many times I see people saying all the time, you know, for example, I watched my grandmother, she worked all her life, but now she's having to sacrifice her health and her time. But yes, she made a lot of money. Yes, you know, she had a good, you know, social status and things like that. But I didn't want to be the person that worked my entire life to not have no time to spend it with my friends and my family. And I didn't want to be the person that when I get older, that I didn't have enough type of good health. Just think about it like this right now, right? What's the point of having a lot of money if you don't have a good health? What's the point of making a lot of money if you don't have the time to enjoy it with the people that you really love? See, to me, people tell me all the time, yo, you can make a lot of money doing this, doing that. But I said, listen, if I can make enough money and still be able to do what I want to do and spend as much time with my family and still be able to have my health, I'm going to do that. Because I understood that wealth is not just about money, because I know a lot of people that have a lot of money, but they're miserable. They're unhealthy. They can't even walk on the beach with their shirt off. You know, they have the big bare belly because they spend their whole entire life living a bad lifestyle. But yes, you made a lot of money, but you eat everything that you see. You drink everything that you see. What's the point of having all of this money and this social wealth if you don't have the true time freedom to do what you want to do? So if I was you, I would pick which ones that you really value and ask yourself this question today. Which one do I really want for my life and my family? Do I just want financial wealth, or do I want to be able to have the time freedom to do what I want to do and still be able to make money? And from there, this is what I'm going to tell you, right? If you got weight to lose, money to make, or wisdom to obtain, you should not be worried about politics. You shouldn't care about what's going on in the White House. You shouldn't be watching the news. Do you understand? I haven't watched TV in years. I don't watch TV. What's the point of watching TV? Listen, why would you sit in front of a computer or a TV and watch somebody just throw trash inside your mind? Because whatever you listen to is what's going to come out of your mouth, right? You care about celebrity. I don't care about what celebrities got going on. Why do you care so much about celebrities, people that you don't even know about? So many times I see people, they care and they're always talking about what this celebrity got, what this person doing. What about what you're doing? Why do you care so much about what other people are doing instead of focusing on what you need to do? And then number 3, how other people live their life. Why do you care about how somebody else lived their life? I don't care about how somebody else lived their life. I don't care. And that's one of the reasons why I've been free for the past 7 years and a few months. Because I don't care about politics. You will never hear me talking about politics. I don't care about it. I don't care about what's going on in the White House because I know how the system is really set up. I know how the game is played. I stay in my own lane. Politics is not going to do anything for me. Celebrities are not going to do anything for me. How other people live their life is not going to do anything for me. Fix your life and then look at somebody else's life. Until your situation is okay, don't care about what anybody else's situation got going on, because guess what? It's not going to benefit you, right? The person that you will be in the next 5 years will depend largely on the books that you read. What are you reading? What are you putting into your mind? If you're not reading books, what are you really doing? Watching TV? The people that you spend time with, who are you hanging out with? Listen, the best thing I ever did was got a new number, because now I don't have to worry about anybody calling me that I don't want to talk to. The only people that call my phone is the people that have my number. And you might be saying, why would you do that? Listen, you have to protect your associates. Who you spend time with is who you become. You hang with a bunch of drunks, you're going to become a drunk. You hang with people that smoke cigarettes, one day you might start smoking cigarettes. You are the people that you hang with, the food that you eat. If you eat a bunch of junk, guess what's going to happen to your body? Guess what's going to happen to what's come out of your mind? Junk. Junk, 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 junk. I've never seen somebody that eat a bunch of junk become healthy and had a six-pack. The habits. What are your habits? What are your habits? See, I have great habits, and the reason why, because the bad habits didn't help me get to where I needed to get. I said to myself years ago, I want to start eating meat. Everyone made fun of me. 4 years ago, I said, I'm going to start eating meat, beef, chicken, pork, all of that. And people said, you crazy. What are you going to eat, rabbit food? But now looking back, I'm more healthier than every single person that laughed at me. So who's really, think about it, right? People will always laugh at you when you choose to do positive, healthy things for your life. So if you're always being talked about by people that don't have what you want, it's because you're on the right path. And then the conversation you engage today, what type of conversations are you having? Are you talking about what's going on TV? Or are you talking about ways to empower your family and change your family financial freedom forever? See, to me, ACN is just another opportunity. There's many of the things that I plan on doing in my life, but I understood that I had to get around people that was like-minded. Most millionaires have about 7 streams of income. I want to talk about to people that can tell me about other ways to make money, other ways to be able to make money when I'm sleeping so I can spend more time with my son. See, I don't care about just making money. I only want to make money when I can be able to do what I want to do whenever I want to do. See, I told my mom years ago, listen, if somebody came to me today and said, listen, I got $100,000 job for you, to work a 9 to 5. You can keep that 9 to 5 and your $100,000 because I don't want it. I don't want it. See, I am not willing to sacrifice me being able to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it for a paycheck. Because you can do anything to get a paycheck. It's 2021. There's kids online that's 13 years old making more money than people that's been working their whole entire life. One of the top money earners in 2020 was a young guy. He's 9 years old. His name is Ryan Toy Reviews. The guy reviewed toys on YouTube. And I think he made like $100-something million. Reviewing toys on YouTube. You won't let a 9-year-old out hustle you? The most common obstacle most people face. And like I told you guys today, everything I'm talking about is mindset. Mindset, because if your mind is not right, anything else don't matter what I say. So listen, money. People say, I don't have money. Listen, what you mean you don't have money? You don't have hustle. Anytime somebody tell me that they don't have money, that means they don't have hustle, because guess what? Money is everywhere. If you haven't been to the grocery store lately, inflation is already happening. So that means that more money is being circulated. So the only thing that you have to do is go out there, become more valuable to the marketplace, and you can make money just by being you. From that time, people say, I don't have the time. You don't have the time because you don't want to make the time. That's another excuse. Ability, I can't do it. What you mean you can't do it? Anyone can do anything that they put their mind to. And then fear. False evidence appearing real. Fear. It trips me out when I hear adults tell me that they got fear. You're an adult and you still scared of things in life? The fact that you made it become an adult, you should understand that you made it more farther than most people in life. So fear, get rid of it. Get rid of all of the excuses. Listen, you will not be successful by giving yourself excuses. I done been through it all. I made a post yesterday on Instagram, and it said, I got a sad story too. Nobody cares, grind harder. And guess what? Nobody cares about your sad story. Nobody cares about what you went through when you was 10. Nobody cares about nobody cares. Nobody cares. So the moment that you make up your mind that nobody care about my sad story, is the moment where you become successful. Because once I stopped caring about what other people thought about me and what I had to do for my family and my financial freedom, this is the moment where I became free. I became free from opinion. I became free from what people think about me in general. I just live my life and let people talk. Listen, people are not talking about you, you're not doing anything. So many times when people always talk about, I don't know what they might say about me. Listen, people only talk about people that's doing something. You ever heard someone talk about somebody that's not doing anything? So you should want more people talking about you, because guess what? The more people talk about you, the more free marketing you have. I went to Miami this weekend and so many people blew me up. Do you still do AC? I had about 20 people hit me up. Do you still do ACN? Do you still do AC? I'm like, listen, that means that people are always wondering, thinking about what I do. So the more, listen, it's so crazy. I had my old best friend that left the company, that stabbed me in the back years ago, had his girlfriend contact one of my close friends and asked him, do I still do ACN? Because now he's about to promote a regional vice president in an organization that was his, but now he can't reap the benefits off of it. So he's on the outside looking and wondering what's still going on in the business. Guess what? My business is 6,000 plus customers. Before the springtime come, I'll be at 10,000 plus customers. 2 regional vice presidents promoted, on my way to senior vice president before the end of 2021. It would never have been possible if I cared about what other people think. Listen, too many people sit on the sideline. They never get in the game because they're afraid to get criticized. They're afraid to lose, and they're afraid to get embarrassed. I done been criticized. I done took many losses and I've been embarrassed, but guess what? I don't care. And the crazy part is that you'll mainly be criticized and ridiculed by people that haven't done anything in their life. Successful people don't hate on other successful people. When you get around winners, the conversation is different. All real winners know that it takes mistakes and failures, and it's all a part of the game. Wins and losses come with being bosses. If you're scared to take an L, then you need to get out of the game today. Because listen, you're an entrepreneur. Why do you even have feelings? Unless it's great feelings. Why do you even have feelings? Why do you even care what anybody think about what you're doing for your family? Why? I'm trying to tell you, listen, stop letting your potential go to waste because you don't feel confident or you don't feel ready. Listen, there's people like myself with half the talent that are making money while you are waiting to feel ready. Why? Listen, when I was 20 years old, do you think working at Applebee's, going to school as a full-time college student, you think I was ready to do this business? Listen, I was going to school full-time. I was working at Applebee's full-time. After a couple of weeks of doing this business, I dropped out of school and I quit my job. I didn't have to wait till I said, let me get ready before. No. And that's why I've been free since November of 2013. Because I made a decision and said, listen, I'm not going to wait until I'm ready. I'm not going to wait until I'm confident or if I know that this business really works. I knew this business was going to work the moment I signed my name on that dotted line. See, you got to see yourself becoming successful before you become successful. You can't wait until you become successful to believe that you will be successful. You got to see it beforehand. But it all starts in your mind. If your mind is not right, nothing else matters. Spend less time on your TV set and spend more time on your mindset. If I was you, I would go in your house and unplug every single TV. Because ask yourself this question: what have you learned or how much money have you made by watching TV all day long? Ask yourself that question. It's some people that have been watching Young and the Restless for 30, 40 years and haven't picked up a book to learn about how to be free. It's people that have been watching Bold and Beautiful every day at 12 o'clock their whole entire life. But guess what? They never picked up a book. There's people that know what's going on with every celebrity life, but they don't know what's going on. They know what's going on in the White House, but they don't know what's going on in their house. Spend more time on your mindset. Spend more time on the things that's going to help you in life and not the things that's going to hold you back. Strangers will support you more than your daily friends. And I know it hurts because guess what? You want to enjoy this business or whatever you're doing with the people you love, but guess what? You got to keep it stepping. Listen, if I wait around for my family, believe in me or support me, I would still be where they at. And guess where they at? Nowhere far. Everyone's still doing the same thing. Everyone's still working the same job. Everyone still had the same routine. I'm not judging them, but guess what? Who want that lifestyle? When you know, listen, if you know better, you should do better. If you know better, you should do better. But the reason why most people don't do better because their friends and the people that they surround themselves with. Most people are uncomfortable going into the unknown. They're uncomfortable doing what their friends might not be fond about. Listen, if you are hanging around people and they don't want to help you out, they don't want to, become successful with you, don't want to grow with you. Listen, some people are only your friends as long as you're struggling like them. That's the reason why you're comfortable and they are comfortable with you because you guys have something in common. You guys are struggling together. You guys at the bottom together. But the moment that you say, I don't want to struggle no more, guess what happened? You start to weed out all of the positive. Just think about it, right? Before you started your business, right? You had a bunch of friends, right? You party, you hung out, everyone was there. You call them, they pick up, right? But the moment you started a business, right? People stop answering your calls. People start just going ghost on you. You can't hear from nobody. Nobody want to support you. Nobody want to hang out with you because they think that you're going to pull you into this thing. And the reason why that, that things like that happen is because at the end of the day, they wasn't really your friends. See, the things is most people, they throw away the word friends too loosely. I don't have a lot of friends. I have a lot of associates. I know a lot of people, but I don't have a lot of friends. In order to be my friend, there's certain check that you have to go through. And I can tell you that I don't have a lot of friends. I don't want a lot of friends. I want a lot of business partners, because what is the point of being friends if we don't have any mutual things together? I'm not saying that you gotta do ACN with me, but if you wanna sit in the house and play video games all day, you are not my friend. Because if I'm trying to do something that's gonna change not just my life, but the people that surround me life, and you rather sit around and play video games and chase women and things like that all day, you are not my friend. It might sound harsh, but guess what? You are who you hang around. So you gotta ask yourself the question, do you wanna be like your friends, or do you wanna be better than your friends? Because if you're the most successful person in your group of friends and you don't got much going on, you in the wrong group. You got to get around a better group. That's why I said to myself, I need to be in Miami. I want to be around the millionaires, the big boys, so that they can teach me information. You got to be around it. If you live in a bad neighborhood, start hanging out in the good neighborhood. When I was in Baltimore, I never hung out in Baltimore City. I hung out in Baltimore County. I hung out where it wasn't a lot of people that looked like me. That's why I hung out at. Those are the neighborhoods that I drove through and looked at the houses and hung out at. Because guess what? I wanted better for myself. While my friends, they was cool being in the hood. They was comfortable being in the hood. I wasn't comfortable being in the hood. I wasn't comfortable hearing gunshots every day, seeing people sell drugs every day. Listen, I didn't like that. And I didn't want it for my son either. That's why to this day, my son barely go to Baltimore, because I don't even want him to know that that type of lifestyle even exists. See, I went through all of those things so my son don't have to go through it. I want people to call my son a trust fund baby and laugh at him. Oh, you a trust fund baby? Yup. I'd rather my son be a trust fund baby, because I know a lot of people, that family and left them with nothing. So again, this is a perfect example when I said being alone is better than being around with the wrong people, because whoever you spend time with, you become just like them. Think about the pair on the right side. It's just minding his business. But it could not get away from hanging around that rotten friend, that rotten mindset, and guess what happened over time? It became rotten too. Just think about it like this, right? You go to the grocery store, right? You buy a bag of apple. All it takes is one bad apple to ruin the whole bag. Just think about it, right? You get one molded fruit, right? And you put it next to a bunch of fruit that was healthy before. Over the couple of days, guess what's going to happen to the rest of the fruit? Everything else is going to become molded. So what do you think is going to happen when you hang around people like that? The same thing is going to happen. Don't let social media have you rush life goals. This is what I want to talk about real quick. Too many times I see people on social media all day scrolling, and they become frustrated with themselves that they're not living like the people on social media. But what I would tell you is that, listen, 95%, 97% of the people, the lifestyle that they portray on social media is false. False. I know so many people personally that ain't got nothing going on, but if you go to their Instagram, they got 20,000 followers, they got thousands of likes, they are the man and they are the woman. But the moment that they put that app down, ain't got nothing going on. Listen, social media is a tool, y'all. I use social media as a tool. Listen, I'm not going broke to impress other people that I don't even know. Listen, if I'm on social media to motivate my team so that they can see, man, my mentor, he's really living life. That means that he's spending money on a bunch of things. Listen, it's about being free. That's the new wealthy, being free to do what you want to do. Because ask yourself this question: how many people can wake up and do whatever they want to do? It's not too many people. So the fact that you had the opportunity to do that, why not do it big? Why not do it big? And why not use social media as a platform to recruit people without you having to go out there and spend a bunch of money, or, you know, be in places and things and doing things that's costing you more money? Listen, if social media is costing you more money, then you need to get off of it. It should be making you money. It should be making you more money without you having to spend a bunch of money to go out there and build a business. Because I can tell you that that's what I did. I remember when I got involved in ACN, I had over 1 million likes in like 3 years on Facebook. But do you understand that all of those likes and stuff like that, those helped me promote in my business, because I was my #1 promoter. Listen, if you saw me on social media, you know I was working. You know I was grinding. I sold my life. Listen, I sell my lifestyle. I don't sell a company. I want people to follow me as a person, not a company. Because there's many other companies out there, but guess what? If people follow you as a person, they'll never depart you. People will say they don't care about money or money is important, and then they'll spend 40 hours away from their family every single week to get it. The same people that I was just talking about, they'll talk about money. They said, I don't care about money, but you get up every single day to go make some money, to do something that you don't like, to waste time that you can't get back just to make money. And you just told me that you don't care about money. My family told me I don't care about money. I don't care about becoming rich, but you get up 6 o'clock every day to go somewhere that you don't like. Does it make sense? No, it don't. A rich man told me there's something more valuable than money. It's called time. Just think about a kid, right? Do you think your kid value you buying them a whole bunch of stuff or you spending time with them? I'd rather spend time with my son every single day than buy him a whole bunch of stuff that he's not going to use. Because he already knows that, guess what? Whatever he wants, he's already going to get it. See, I value time more than I value money because guess what? They print it every single day. You can't print more time. So when I had an opportunity that came my way when I was 20 years old, and they said, listen, if you build it big, you can have more time, freedom, and make money at the same time. You don't got to sacrifice one or the other. I said, wow, I'm going to take it big. I'm going to do it big. And guess what happened? That's what I've been doing since day one because I understood that I value my time. I said to myself, I wanted to become a senior vice president before I'm 30 years old so that I can enjoy the rest of my life doing whatever I want to do starting at 30 years old. I sacrifice my 20s all day, every day because I learned that 30s are the new 20s. If you take care of yourself, if you didn't know who I was, I cut my bed off, you'd think I'm 18 years old. And the reason why, because listen, when you're not stressing, when you have money coming in, when you have the time freedom to sleep, listen, I wake up when I'm finished sleeping. My son don't know an alarm clock. My son never been to daycare. People ask me all the time, what time do you put your son? My son sleep when he's ready to go to sleep. He don't have a time. He don't have to get up in the morning, get him dressed and say, go to daycare, daddy got to go to work. No. And I'm not just saying that just to tell you that. I'm telling you that, why would you not want that for your family? Why would you want that? Because there's so many times I've heard stories about people that their mom and dad might make a lot of money, but guess what? I know one lady, she told me, she was like, my relationship with my kids are not that great because growing up, we made a lot of, as parents, we made a lot of money, but we never had the time to enjoy with our kids. And now that their kids are older, their kids regret it and their relationship with their kids are off balance because they did not spend time with their kids growing up because all they cared about was making money. So would you sacrifice a relationship with something that you created because you're just chasing money? And I tell people all the time, stop saying you chase money because every time you say you chase money, it's running from you. Words are powerful. What are you speaking to yourself? When I look at my affirmation, this is my screensaver. This is my screensaver. You see, I'm talking about high credit score, and I'm talking about I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. My day will be filled with happy moments, pleasant encounters, and even a good bit of fortune. And every time I read it to myself, money is being made every single day. What are you speaking to yourself when you wake up in the morning? It's all about what you're speaking to yourself, not what are you saying when you're around your mentor. But what are you saying to yourself? Listen, when I'm speaking now, I say to myself every single day because I believe in myself. I believe how important words are. In entrepreneurship, it's a marathon. Most people confuse it with 100 yards. More people think, oh, once I get to this position real quick, I've made it. No. Entrepreneurship is something that you do for a lifetime. It becomes a lifestyle. So this is the same reason why most people fail. It's not about how fast you can go. It's not about who did it first. It's about who did it right. There's so many people that came by and, but I look now, they're nowhere to be found. I remember when I first got involved in AC, and I said to myself, man, how am I going to be the face of the company? It's so many people in front of me. But over the years, I watched people go this way, go that way, and I just stuck in the middle. And now, guess what? I will be the youngest, fastest senior vice president that did it from Applebee's. No family with a bunch of money, no nothing. I did it from the mud. I did it on my own. I don't have no family support. Nobody in my family support me doing the business. Till this day, they still don't support me because they look at me like, I remember you playing outside in the backyard. I remember you as a kid. What you know about business? What you know about entrepreneurship? You used to work at Applebee's. But now they see me today, you know, it's like, wow, you're a different person. It's to the point now where I remember, you know, having a conversation with one of my favorite aunts, you know, and she had got, you know, released from her job from COVID, right? And I'm like, listen, I found out she had good credit. I'm like, listen, we can make some money on the side. We just split it 50-50. Now I'm helping my aunt make a couple $1,000s a month on the side of her job by her just having good credit because I have the information. See, information changes situation. See, I'm an entrepreneur. Listen, I'm not just great at ACN. I'm great at everything that I do. So no matter what I do, I'm going to do it great because of me. It's not about the company. Yes, the company is amazing. The company had everything in place, but listen, no matter what I do, listen, I can sell water to a well. Do you understand how great I am? Because it's all in my mindset. If you don't feel that about yourself, then I'm not talking to the right person. I want to talk to people that feel as though they are the best and they can do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it because they know in their mind and their heart that they have all of the power to do it. Because guess what? If it doesn't evolve you, then it shouldn't involve you. I don't do anything that doesn't help me grow in life. I don't hang with people that can't evolve me. I don't even be around them. I don't even be around situations that's not going to help me grow. Being at a bar every single week. Listen, I feel uncomfortable being in clubs. I feel uncomfortable spending money on alcohol. See, it's certain things that I'm uncomfortable with because it doesn't involve me. I just don't understand it. It's like seeing a person that smokes cigarettes. You know for a fact that it's killing you, but you still do it every day. Why would you do something that doesn't involve you? Why would you do something that doesn't help you grow? And you'll tell them eat a piece of fruit and they'll look at you like you're crazy. They walk among us. You don't want money. This is what you want. You want to quit your job. You want to eat good food. You want to spend more time with your family. You want to shop without checking the prices. You want to be able to travel anywhere you want. You want freedom, but freedom requires money. And the sooner you get it, the sooner you will be free. You can't have freedom without money. So you got to figure out how to get to the money. And guess what? You got an opportunity where you can get to the money. Bad energy scares the money away. And I think that's my last slide. I'm talking about this for a little bit, right? The reason why you might not have a lot of money is because you scare the money away. A lot of times, most people, they don't understand that you're either attracting or you're repelling money. If you're the person that said, I don't like money. Money is bad. People that got money is evil. People that got money don't care about people. That's why you don't have no money. Money is just a tool. Money, I love money. I'm a money magnet. Money is my best friend. I'm in love with money. See, those are the things that I'm saying to myself every single day because I want to love money. Just think about it. Would you want to be around somebody that don't love you? Do you know that money is energy? Do you know that energy is real? So when you say to yourself, I don't like money, I don't care about money. I don't need a lot of money. That's why you don't have a lot of money. It's because your energy scares the money away. You might have all the potential in the world. Listen, you are probably the best IBO that ACN probably have ever gotten. But your energy is off. And because your energy is off, that's why you can't make no money. Because you don't like money. In reality, because you think money is bad because you probably didn't grow up with a lot of it. So subconsciously, you really don't like money. Your relationship with money is off. You think money is bad when you should really love money. People say, money is the root of all evil. Are you crazy? You can do good with money, but you also can do evil. But guess what? You have the choice to do what you want to do with it. Not because somebody else was evil with the money means you have to be evil with it. Listen, I want a lot of money because I want to help a lot of people. I can't help a lot of people when I don't have a lot of money. So I'm not doing it from a selfish point of view. I'm doing it because you can't take a bottle and go exchange in the store and try to get some money for it. No, you need money to buy things. You can't just go outside and pick up a stick and walk in the store and say, hey, can I buy? No, you need money. And not just the fast money. You know, and I'm gonna end with this real quick. I seen so many times the other day, I see people, now everyone want to invest in the stocks. They see people getting rich off of stocks now. Listen, people always want to do things that they see everybody else is doing, but they don't understand that by the time that you see what everybody else is doing, you already missed the wave. You're already late. People talk about investing in Bitcoin. You should invest in the Bitcoin 10 years ago when it was $3. So I'm just telling you that, listen, you got to understand that your energy is everything. You got to be a positive person. If you're not a positive person, people are not going to want to be around you. If you don't like money, money don't like you. You got to love it. You got to want more of it, because the more that you want it, the more you can help yourself and the more you can help the people around you. So I would end the call today with this, like this, right? Fall in love with money. I know it sounds weird, but listen, fall in love with it. Love it. Talk about it every day. Speak about it every day. Speak affirmations to yourself every day. Say, I'm a money magnet. Say, I circulate money and it comes right back to me. Never say I spend money. Never say you spend money, because the moment that you say you spend money, it never comes back to you. See, like I told you, all of this is mindset. We can go all day, all day, all day. And the information I'm giving you guys for free, one day it's going to cost $15,000, $20,000 an hour to even hear me speak, because I know how valuable I'm going to become one day. See, all of this right here is practice. I'm pouring into myself so that one day people will pay me for my time. Once you become valuable, you don't have to work for money. Money works for you. So hopefully I was able to help you guys out today, get you guys up to a mindset. Next week, I will be doing it from Miami, so the view is going to be totally different. I might just do it on the beach. I might just go to the beach and do the webinar so that you guys can really see that, listen, you can do this business anywhere, but more importantly, you can do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. It's not about how much money you make. It's about the time, freedom to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it with the people that you love. So I thank you guys again for taking time out of your busy schedule, and we're on time. It's only 11:59. So I thank you guys again, and I thank you guys for being on here, listening to me. And, you know, it's always wanting to hear me speak. You know, I never thought anyone would want to really hear me speak of anything, but you know, I'm happy that I've been working on myself so I can share my information with you guys. So thank you guys again. I look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Sir, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Show the last two slides. Somebody text, show the last two slides that you had. The last two slides. There you go. If it doesn't involve you, it shouldn't involve you. Okay. Hold on a second. Maybe take a snapshot, whoever needed that. All right. And the one more. There we go. I hope that's, listen, folks, I love it, because you got to attract money. Money's attractive. It's not attractive to negative. You got to fall in love with money. And I tell, you know, it's a law of, whoa, let me be quiet. Bad energy scares money away. It's so true. Most of our lives, you've been talking about money is evil, money. Who told you that crap? No, it says for the love of money in the Bible. It didn't say love. No. So get it right. Get it right. Can we show Mr. Shakeel Cooper some love, y'all? Come on. Show him some love. Put it in the chat. Let him see it. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. This man came stronger than an acre garlic today, which is, this is powerful. I can relate. I'm jacked up over here. Whenever he speaks, it just gets me. I mean, my God, that was good. Miss Sensation says, thank you. Come on, y'all. Miss Natalie, congratulations, power. God bless you, Miss Sensation. Okay, I'm telling you, this was a powerful, and you guys, here's what I want you to do. Relook at it today in the next 24 hours. Go back and view it again. Go back and view it again. Go back, see the second time. That's why I think I play things 2 and 3 times, because you see it once, you don't get it. You play it 2 or 3 times, it's starting to stick in and get it. Amazing, amazing. Freddie Sherman, thank you so much. My God, Sam Foster, you are a beast. That's right, he's a beast. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Mr. Cage, Mr. Wright, looking forward to Miami. You know what, folks? I remember I did one down. I was in New Orleans one weekend. I did one down there, just taking a trip, going out to go eat. It's amazing what you can do in this business, the freedom you get. He hit the nail right on the head. It's about freedom, freedom. He says a rotten pear touching another pear, after a while, that pear will become rotten too. Who you hanging out with? Who you around, Mr. Ryan Swallow? That's important. He said a rich man told him there's something that sometimes a rich man told him there's something more valuable than money. It's called time. And boy, how did this business will give you time. Another thing I love that he said, if he said you don't have money, then you don't hustle enough. You got to go hustle. You didn't hustle enough. It's so true. Spend less time on your TV set and more time on your mindset. Hello, hello, hello. If you know better, then you should do better. Everybody on this call know you should be doing better. So let's go get it and let's make it happen. Let's come on, y'all. Let's finish it up with some love. Man, this was powerful. I knew he went away for a couple days just to get ready for this, and I knew it was going to be a monumental call today. I'm all ears, taking notes. I got 6 pages of notes. I don't know how many pages the rest of y'all got, but I'm taking snapshots and going back through all the slides he's got up, and I want to thank him so much